Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is timeline part 2. Um, on my initial drawing, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 events. So I'm going to go back to Flash. I'm going to make these buttons really simple. I'm just going to make them a circle. You want to make sure your background layer is locked and that you're up in the top layer buttons. Got the circle tool, and I am just going to draw a circle about that size. I'm going to double click on it, and this first one, 1962, is about right right there. Now I'm going to copy and paste that, and I'm looking at my paper here. My next one's at 1980. It's going to go right there. Paste again. Now 1981 would be right there, but I don't want it to overlap, so I'm going to move it over just a little bit like that. Paste again. Then we've got 1991, which would be about right there. Paste again. 1999, it's about right there. Paste again. And then we have 2004, which would be about right there. Let's see here. I'm going to put some instructions up at the top before I start working on my buttons so folks know what to do. I'm going to say roll over green dots to see events. And get my black pointer, place this right here in the top. That way, I got my instructions up here first, so when a person views the page, they know right away what they're supposed to do. And as I make these rollovers, I won't overlap over that text. So I'm going to start on my first one. I'm going to double click on this globe right here, and then I'm just going to right click on it, go down to convert to symbol. Symbol 1 is fine. Want to make sure it's a button. All of these have got to be buttons. And then I am going to double click on it to edit. Now I can see the up, over, down, and hit. So I'm going to right click and hit and put insert keyframe, not frame, but keyframe, insert keyframe. Hit defines the active area, and that's the only thing I want in there. Now I'm going to come back to over and insert keyframe, and now I'm going to add the things that I want to see when someone rolls over this. Start out with some text. This is simply, I'm going to put born April 3rd, 1962. Oopsie. Amarillo, Texas. So get the black pointer. I can move this, kind of center it on this here, just kind of eyeball it here. So for up, the button just looks like that, and then when they roll over it, they're going to see this text. Now if I want to add a graphic, I can, or if I want to add something when they click on down, I would have to put another keyframe so I could add the extra. For right now, I'm just going to leave it like that. So if I hit Apple Return just to look at this right quick, I can see if I roll over that, it turns into just that text. And then if I click, it doesn't have any change because there's no change between over and down. So for yours, I highly encourage you to add some graphics or some drawings or pictures, something to go with this. For time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead with the rest of these and just add text for each one. So I'm going to go back down to scene 1, and I'm going to double click on my next little green dot to select it. Then I'm going to right click, go down and choose convert to symbol. and it's symbol 2 button, that's fine. And I click OK. Now I get the blue box around it that indicates it's a symbol. I double click to edit. I can see I'm inside again. So I'm going to right click on the hit and choose insert keyframe. Then I'm going to right click on the over and insert keyframe. And I'm going to get the old text tool again. I'm just going to kind of center it right above the dot, and I'm going to put graduated high school May 25th, 1980. And if you're not sure of an exact date, you can just put the month. If you know the month something happened. I just happen to know the exact date because I was looking at my diploma the other day. And that's all I'm going to do on this button. Now I'm going to go back down to scene 1. I need my black pointer. I'm going to double click on the next one and right click, convert to symbol, and it's the same steps all over again. It's a button, it's symbol 3, OK. Then I double click to edit, right click under hit, insert keyframe. Right click under over, insert keyframe. And get the old text tool